Doing my thing.
What's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
Expensive. How are you?
I'm good. I see you on Instagram doing your thing. I only met you like one time.
Right. Well, you've met me many times. However, this is the first official time. How
Nah,
are
yeah.
you?
I'm doing good. I'm just working on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to make something happen, and that's going live with a bigger platform person. Two people actually.
Really? What
Yeah.
what what is, what is your YouTube channel? What's the product?
Um. I just I talk about things such as exposing mass characters, such as like agents from the CIA, and I talk about spiritual practices as well, such as angelic forces practices.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
pleasure to be on your platform because you have hit your target. I'm indeed what's the word?
All right.
Uh I'm interesting.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go live with this man named Young Pharaoh,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really trying to make it happen. I haven't messaged him recently. I remember in the past. I remember one time he responded to me, but nowadays I don't think that's him. And I really want to go live with him, not because I have anything personal with this man or anybody. It's just because I want to tell the truth to the whole world, and I just, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
yeah,
I can help you out with I don't know if you've been noticing he's not really been paying
yeah,
attention to
like this
social
man's
media.
acting all like
It's like he's
weird.
all gone. It's like he's gone.
I don't even. That's not my nigga no more, man. And whoever's playing him, I want to step to that nigga. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post this too. Like, Young Pharaoh, if you ever see this nigga, that is not you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? All that shit you was talking about, third eye and shit, my nigga, you promoting that shit like it's okay. No, bro. The gates of hell will come to you. Stop playing. Niggas stay tripping. Oh man, it's lagging. Fuck. Ah, it's lagging. Ah. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? I'm glad you came. I wanted you to come anyways. But nah, like I wanna go I wanna go live with Rashad Jamal, Young Pharaoh, bro. That's not my nigga Pharaoh no more, bro. I don't know who the fuck that nigga is. I investigated him for a little while now. And I know that's not him. I'm gonna expose that nigga. Nah, bro. Like I said, I ain't got nothing personal. I'm gonna expose that nigga for real. What's up?
My bad. I don't know what just happened. However,
That's all
hit
right. I was just
hit.
explaining the situation. That's all. Just really quick. Nothing big.
No, you're perfectly fine. I have some answers. Like a lot of people who, if you know me on here, you know that I deliver like Amazon Prime. Godlike Ways is my name for a very huge reason. I'm very much aware of something that you are not aware of. Young Pharaoh is
That is not my name.
um
I don't know.
no,
Like I said,
he
that's their
he
first
is.
identity.
He is. You have to understand. Did you watch the interview when he told people that he was abducted by aliens?
Yeah, send this nigga to live, bro. Kame Grow, whatever how you pronounce that name. Send that nigga to live, bro. I want to talk
Yes,
to that nigga,
send
bro.
him the live.
Send Rashad Jamal too. I want
He's not
Rashad Jamal
too
for sure.
he's
I
not
got
too
no questions.
active on social media. Let me tell you something.
Uh,
The person that you know as young Pharaoh does not exist. Okay? You have to
all right.
understand, in order to understand what's truly happening, you have to be aware of the cosmos. In this community that exists, we have energy. Everything is energy. Virgo and Gemini are ruled by the planet Mercury, which is the planet of communication and intellect to gods. That's why
Mm-hmm.
Orion is a Gemini and Pharaoh is a Virgo. What happened to Pharaoh, it was not Pharaoh. However, that situation was called situational design because myself and other beings of a special and divine organization are worried about ascension and those who are spiritual, those people that wear these chakras and talk about this chakra life.
Oh
We
my
wanted to
god.
see, we wanted to see what you would do if your favorites, we
One thing,
inverted their energy.
one thing I do know as far as spiritual knowledge and practicing spells, like how I've been doing, and I know you've been doing too.
I don't
Um,
practice
I,
spells. I practice energy. Everything's energy. You have to be careful with spells because
I
if you're
know I learned the
using
hard way.
Yeah, it's hard. You have laws of the
Oh,
universe, and if you're using magic and you're not in line with divine oneness and the law of vibration and the law of karma and the law of giving and receiving and perpetual transmutation of energy, you will find yourself in a very large rut, which a lot of witches and ghouls have found themselves.
I've seen witches, I've seen vampires, all kinds of shit, and I wasn't even trying to. It was like I'm gonna say the Most High was trying to tell me something, as in you need to be careful. You need to warn those about this because that's why I commented on Pharaoh one time. Not even Pharaoh, but any other spiritual YouTuber. I told him like, watch what you talk about with this third eye shit because it's not no fucking joke. You can mess around and get body snatched by these deities that
Right.
lurk the galaxy in different galaxies in different dimensions.
Right.
That's how that works. A lot
That's
of people don't
definitely
know
how it
that.
works. It has to work. And then people are very aware. If you paid attention to young Pharaoh is one of the only people that directly said that God is a woman. He did
I
not
mean,
lie.
I think God is everything in my opinion. I think he's everything.
Everything, however,
It is everything. So,
womb men. Matrix. You've been in the matrix. Matrix means womb.
yeah, Matrix, this dimension, this planet. There's all kind. There's many names for this.
Yes, it is. However, God has a name, and it's not Yahweh.
I don't think so.
It's
Nope.
definitely not Yahweh. Even Israel, people don't understand Egyptian esoteric stories. Israel is a combination of three names: Isis, the mother of heaven, who married the sun god Ra, is Ra, to create the El, which is the Christ. El means God. You
Hmm.
are either the Christ or the devil. The choice is yours. You have to be careful with your energy because they are the same person, yin and yang. You must become the middle line that combines the two of them together.
You know
Or
what's ironic? I actually used to work for the devil, believe it or not.
I could believe
Well,
it.
long time ago, but not in the occult. The occult is like higher up religion. I'm talking more like doing negative things because just because you may not be in a cult and do all that rituals and shit, that doesn't mean you don't work for him. Like you can even do something as simple as falling into lust, not just sexually, but even something as simple as eating bad foods and just killing yourself. Killing your spirit and killing other people's spirit by giving off bad vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a way you work for him for real.
Inverting, perverting. Yeah, you have to be careful. And you as a Scorpio, do you know anything about cosmic time? Because you're a Scorpio. You're a Scorpion, right?
Yeah, I am.
Do you know about your natal chart?
I only read it one time. One thing I do know is as a Scorpio, I have a lot of power in this world as far as spiritual.
A lot of power. But do you know that Scorpio is ruled by the planet Pluto and it's Scorpio season now? Do you know why they took Pluto away as a planet?
Probably because it was giving us superpowers. That's why.
Close. Neptune is more responsible for that. However, the planet of Pluto is the planet of transformation, of rebirth and death.
Hmm.
Literally, you have life and death in your tongue. That's why Scorpios are intense. Pluto is ruled by the god Osiris, god of resurrection in the underworld. Technically the
Right.
devil.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
man. Like, see, I like talking to people about this kind of stuff because I get to not only learn something, but open my mind to different things. And I do like Pisces as well, since it's personal to bring up the Pisces. I like all zodiac signs.
Neptune.
I don't discriminate. I don't.
Yep. Neptune. Neptune is ruled by Pisces.
I like all zodiac signs, and I like people who mean well in this world, whether you are so-called woke in the matrix or not. Because I still learn from the old heads, even though they may not be in tune with the shit that we're in tuned in because we've been practicing this for a little while now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
I still
definitely.
listen. I be listening. You know what I'm saying? Even with these mass characters, you know what I'm saying? These mass Hollywood, whatever, whatever. I listen to them too sometimes. Now, even though they promote some bullshit, sometimes they got to put the truth here and there and mix it in with the lies so it can confuse the masses.
Yeah, definitely. That's the truth.
I be keeping my ears
Everything,
open.
you have to pay attention to everything. You can learn. In order to be the greatest teacher, you must be the best student. My shit's in Jupiter. I'm a Sagittarius.
That's
Yeah.
why I
Hey,
tell
Real
my
J.
supporters. I see a lot of times when it comes down to this, I'm gonna say social media stuff. It's all about content for me, as far as posting content and I say exposing everything. But a lot of people don't know. They probably wonder like how I get all this stuff, and I tell them it happens in person more than it happens through this phone or through my laptop. A lot
Right.
of y'all don't know that.
But also, too, it's the universe. Law of attraction is the seventh law of the universe. That which you ask for, you will receive. Law of inspired action is a law of the universe. Law of karma, law of vibration, law of giving and receiving. There are 12 Kemetic laws that rule your universe. And however, because the universe is expanding, there are now more than 12, and people aren't aware of them. However, a lot of
Right.
people are breaking these unknown laws. There's the law of stupidity, which has had to be created, which is knowing the truth and facilitating lies. The law of consequences, ashe. There's a lot going on around everybody. And I have a lot to do with it. So you wonder what's going on with Pharaoh? He's no longer here
I
in
know
the
he's not. And
body that
it's
you
kind of
want him
fucked
to
up because I
be.
like
He
I don't know.
loaned, he loaned, if you notice, he said that he allowed consent so that some foreign entities.
I believe Pharaoh existed once upon a time. I don't think he's a made up character from the get go. Like how they make like a lot of times you might think these characters are real because you probably went to school with them, probably met him like 10 times or some shit. But then
Mhm.
again, it's called a mask. It's called a made up identity for a reason. That's how they get us a lot of times. You think that kid over there in the classroom, high school or college or some shit is, the weird quiet kid, but the whole time that's a CIA motherfucker that's reporting your ass to the White House.
NPCs, non-player characters.
Exactly, and I believe Young Pharaoh was a real person. I even talked to some
He
niggas I
is
know
a
in New
real
York.
person. He's just
He definitely
ascended
was.
beyond this realm. He's preparing himself for the apocalypse. He's done what he was supposed to do. So what you witnessed was not young Pharaoh. If you notice, he developed some feminine qualities about him. He
I don't think he's no longer
allows
here with us. I think he's really dead, bro. And it's kind of sad, man.
death
Like
doesn't
it's kind of fucked up.
exist. Be careful,
Say,
life and death. Death
I
doesn't
believe he's
exist. Let
dead.
me prove this to you. You're made up of what? Atoms, which is energy, right? And energy is made up of matter, and matter is neither created or destroyed, only transmutated.
Right.
So how can you die? If you eat a hot dog right now, does that hot dog die? No, it doesn't. It's only transmutated into a fart, a gas, a liquid, or a solid, and then turned into something else. So he's
Even
never
even though
died.
right,
He's never
like
died.
even though we have a lot of unhealthy, a lot of everything is unhealthy. I feel like because everything is sprayed down with chemtrails and all kinds of bullshit. They just fuck up your food. They even put steroids in the chickens. If you ask me,
You
that's why
think
you
it's them?
can tell
You
we
think
eat.
you think at the frequency that we're resonating at now, do you really think that evil is in control? Or do you
It
think that
depends.
God is back and that he or she is paying attention to people's hearts, that people are experiencing judgment?
I was just talking to someone about God today and how I love God as far as praying to it. I'm gonna say because I believe it's an entire entity. And one thing I do know about God, as far as the weather I spoke with support about today, is that He controls half the weather as far as the first half, and then the other half, I'd say is belongs to the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? But full control that belongs to God because He made everything. There's no yin without a
He?
yang. You know what I'm saying?
He? Gotta be careful. Do you know why you say Ashe?
What'd you say? Sorry, my dog was barking. What you saying?
No, you're fine. Do you say Ashe? You know the word Ashe?
I heard the word. How about you enlighten me?
I enlighten you. People, when they pray, they say Amen in praises to Amun Ra, the sun god, esoterically Egyptian attached to the Anunnaki god Anu.
Mhm.
You say Ashe in praises to the wife of God, Ashe Ra, but she's not mentioned in the Bible. However, she came first. She's not Eve or Lilith. She is attached to Ki, the mother of heaven, which is the incarnation of Isis, the mother of heaven. Womb Man came first.
I believe that.
Yeah,
Now,
so
there's a
when
lot
you
of
say
stories.
Ashe, it literally means, and it is so.
There's a lot of
That's why you
stories
say
that
Ashe.
there's a lot of stories that are false. Some of them are true here and there. It depends how it's written. But the thing is, I believe that people want to talk about chosen ones and stuff, and I believe I am one. I know you are too, obviously.
Oh, I'm
And
something
thinking that
else. You're chosen. I'm something else. I don't exist. I'm not a human being.
I'm not human either.
Exactly. I know what you are. You don't know what I am, and you're trying to figure it out, and it's fun. So I'm having fun.
I'm not trying.
Literally,
No,
I'm having a lot of
no,
fun.
bro. No, you're trying to figure me out. That's the
I
purpose
don't
of me
need to
bringing
figure
you.
you out because I know everything and I know everyone, and I'm very aware of something that you're not.
All right. Well, good. because I'm gonna get towards the Most High's level, and I'm gonna find out whatever you find out because you seem like you know it all.
I created it all.
Good.
What's
That's
one
good.
plus one, King?
Man, listen. I feel like listen. I feel like if I respond with the word two, as far as a math problem, you're not gonna say two. You're gonna say some other stuff. It's gonna be an add-on sentence. I'm not
It's not. I'm
going.
gonna prove it to
Come
you, and
on,
it's gonna be undoubtable.
man.
What's
Why?
one plus one? It's not two. You're correct, but what is it?
All right.
I'll make it simple for you. Your mother plus your father equals you. So
One
two
plus
people
one.
get together, they don't make a two, they make a three.
Half a
And
soul. Half a soul equals. Oh, I see now.
yes, the Pythagorean numerology. This society teaches you not to count the observer, God.
I see.
Yes, Ashe.
No one's 100% woke until death, unfortunately. But in the meantime, I'm gonna keep finding out stuff.
Death doesn't exist. The only reason why death, and my name's Charnel, my simulation name, death, you can Google it, Charnel means death. And it means warrior, and it means the best. Death does not exist. You are a Scorpio. You are ruled by the planet of death and rebirth. You are literally either rebirthing yourself, your truest self, or experiencing the true death. Either or is your choice.
I'm doing this before I even got to this human vessel.
This is not a human vessel. This was a trap. Literally. People ever wondered, like, well, God's coming back. Where the fuck is God at then? What
Well,
if God was
God
trapped
is
here,
already here.
unaware of the fact that he or she has been God? Anybody worried about what happened to the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Assyrians? We know about Babylon. What happened to the original Anunnaki, the creators, the original deities of everything, the cosmos? Well, we are all here, aware, watching and waiting and paying attention. And Pharaoh, your guy, amongst many others, is an original Anunnaki deity. That's why he allowed other deities to use his body
Mm.
to make a point, to separate, because we didn't have problems with the good or the bad people. We can tell a motherfucker from a motherfucker. But these spiritual people that get on platforms and they dilute information means that they put their opinions, driplets of their opinions, in with concepts of what the truth is. So
Um,
what we're doing is we're paying attention to this group of the spiritual community, these woke people, not understanding that woke, when you go to awake, you're going to actually view a body, consciousness, this word, this language that we speak, the words that you speak are life and death. That's why it's
you
called
also break away from
spelling.
the ego, from this, I'm going to say, this human body, because when you start to step into, I'm going to say, a spiritual awakening, if we go to the 3D to the 5D, you start to understand certain things. Spiritual downloads come to you, whether you have hair or not, even. And on top of that, you must be careful with the third eye, the first eye, I'm going to say.
Do you know what the
How do they
third
want to
eye
talk
is? The
about it?
pineal gland is not the third eye.
No, I don't
The
see it.
third
No, I
eye is
don't.
the sun.
I believe we're connected to the sun. I do. I do.
No, the third eye is the sun. Literally, in astrology, the ego. This is why people need to study the astrology, but it's not your fault. Literally, you've never learned anything. You don't have an education because they kept you away from the truth.
I
Literally,
know.
in
Now that
astrology,
I'm
the
breaking it,
sun
these FBI
rules.
is on my ass.
It's fuck 'em. They don't exist.
FBI on my
Bottom
ass and
line,
shit. A lot
they
of y'all
don't
think it's
exist.
funny, bro.
Who's on your ass is God.
I
That's who's on
agree.
here. God is very much back, very much aware, very much conscious. Fuck being awake. Are you conscious? That's the question. We don't give a fuck about who's woke and who's not. We don't give a fuck. Are you
No.
conscious? Because what's returning is the Christ consciousness. That's what's
Yeah, that's the
happening.
question. That's the question I'm gonna start asking spiritual YouTubers now that we're talking about the entire, conclusion of it.
Here's the thing. Before you can ask anyone, you have to ask, know thyself. You must ask yourself, are you aware of the truth of what's going on? In astrology, even in biblical times, how did they find their Jesus, which translates to Hell Zeus, the sun god, Greek mythology, demigod?
What about Osiris? I know
Osiris is
something about
ruled
him.
by the planet Pluto, by the way, in esoteric Egyptian qualities. Osiris is the twin of Set, Aset, the children of Amun Ra and Isis. Set chopped his brother Osiris up into bitty bitty pieces as well, into different characters. They just broke the same character up into different parts. Jesus died at 33, supposedly. However, no. What they did is they crucified the 33 vertebrae of consciousness, which in symbolism is your spinal cord. You have 33 vertebrae, which connect to your neocortex, which controls your motor functions. The sun in astrology rules your ego, while the moon rules your subconscious. 95% of what you perceive is not your sun. It's not your sun sign. You're not a Scorpio. You're either your rising sign being projected through Scorpion qualities, which are intense fear nature, but your moon sign, your subconscious, which you're not aware of, is actually ruling you. 95% of you. What I'm speaking to and what you're aware of is only 5% of your consciousness because you're not aware of your natal chart.
I see
How
what
did
you're
they
saying.
find Jesus? They followed the stars. What do you call your celebrities? You call them stars
You call
because
them
they are
stars.
attached. Yes, they are attached to celestial bodies of energy.
Stars are up there, and what do they do when you look at celebrities? They look up to them. You look up to the stars. I see what you're saying.
Right. The cosmos. The sun is a star.
I love the cosmos. You can tell me all day about that. I love reading about that.
Yes, you have to study about astrology and astronomy,
I did a
mathematical
little bit. I'm gonna
precision.
get back. I'm gonna get back into it for sure.
Yes, you have to. You don't have a choice. The time is now, and time does not exist. There are beings that are here, original beings like
Hey,
myself.
when I opened my third eye, I did see a lot of warlocks and all kinds of video game stuff that I shouldn't even see in the first place. And the first time I saw it, I got scared to death. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I realized over time, I started hearing voices in my head for about a good second saying that this is an hallucination. This is like the real world, pretty much, that you're gonna have to encounter, whether you see it or not, as far as spirits and about the
Oh, yes,
behind
because
the
they're here.
they're here.
They're very much here,
It's
very
either you
much
governed by
waiting.
a higher principality, which is God, I'm gonna say, or you're governed by Satan. And that's facts.
Well, here, the thing about the devil is the devil does not exist. I have a son.
I don't believe that. I don't.
No, the devil does not exist. The devil is lived backwards, it's an inversion. The devil is a suggestion. That is the truth. That's the bottom line.
I
Now, the
believe that
person,
does exist.
that's cool. That's fine. I'm telling you that it doesn't. The devil is a suggestion. You are both the devil and the Christ. The law of the universe states that the law of perpetual transmutation, your universe, the you and I verse, is at first neutral until any subject attempts to come and make it right or wrong, left or right, Christ or the devil. You are both. You have the capacity to be as greater love consciousness that you have of chaos. Whichever side you choose to bow down to the most is just which decides if you're going to be the devil. However, if you choose that side, cool. You can be the devil. However, if you choose the other side, you can be the Christ. The choice is yours. You're a
I was
Pokemon.
I was already the devil once upon a time. People don't know that about me. I was already that nigga before. You know what I'm
So
saying?
what?
I used to envision myself standing on that throne with I'm gonna say demonic looking creatures and just having like a beautiful queen on my side that was like my celebrity crush. As crazy as that sounds, that is true. A lot of people don't know that. And I was envisioning myself just dominating the world without some type of balance between, working my demons out and working my angels out because you need to have balance between both. And like I said, there's no yin without the yang.
Yes, it is not. However, I embody both the maximum capacity of chaos energy and the maximum capacity of love. And I have a son named Enlil. You
I
sound a
didn't know
little
you had
bit like
kids.
him.
I
I
didn't
have
know.
many kids. I'm something else. You don't know who I am. However, you can call me whatever you want, but what I am is serious. I'm an original Anunnaki, very original, the first, technically. And I have a son named Enlil. And if we're gonna call anybody the devil, we can call him and his uncle Set. They've been playing a very serious game with my creation, hoping that I would not wake up to the bullshit, hoping that I wouldn't be able to come back and call them out on their shit. And they've been hiding behind Scorpio energy, the ninth planet of 369. Earth is the third planet from the sun. The sixth is Jupiter, and the ninth is Pluto. And they've been using my Pluto energy to create transformation. They've
Three
been
six nine
trying
are
to,
beautiful. 369 are beautiful numbers, but the problem is that I'm gonna say these bad entities, they take God's work and they use it for their own by, putting it the wrong way. A 666 is a beautiful number, as I said before in I think my previous live. But like I said, the devil, I'm gonna call it, takes that and makes it his own, so it can confuse people on that. And nowadays, in today's time, fast forward thousands of whatever, um, and now they think that, oh, if you tap into 666, you're in the occult and all kinds of shit. And I'm looking at them like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, do you know what 666 is? It's the melanin makeup. 6 carbons, 6
Exactly. It has
neutrons, 6
something to do with our
electrons.
skin. It has something to do with you tapping into what you are before you even got to this body, before you got to the simulation.
Right. And
That's
people
what
don't
that means.
understand is that they've been using it because it kind of belongs to them too. People who look like us did this. They had help. Think about it. If my car breaks down, I'm not going to take it to someone who fixes cakes. I'm going to take it to a person who's... Hold on one second, my dog. I said stop. Now you're going in the cage because you're playing. And I'm not playing with you. Okay, sorry about that.
That's all right. I'm listening to you.
Yes. People who look like us. Anunnaki. There's duality. There are good Anunnaki and there's bad Anunnaki. I don't know if
I
you're
was
aware.
about to say something about that since you want to bring it up. I believe it is too. I believe the good Anunnaki is the ones who just do right, and the ones who don't end up using it for, like I said, the devilish reasons, the wrong reasons.
For power, for riches and fame, because they want to be famous. They want to be...
Right.
They want to be known. They want people to know who they are. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
why I
yes.
tell people, I was told this by someone named, I'm going to say his name is Jahad Green. I learned this from him. I actually spoke to him personally about it because, unfortunately, I came across him a little while ago. But he told me, and as I told my supporters, that you must be careful with this kind of stuff, especially when you go on so-called celibacy or so-called semen retention and stuff, because you're not only building up your physical powers as far as having strength, having speed, and just doing stuff you need to do. You're also building up a spiritual power. So everyone that's around you is going to attract to the energy. You become the light post in the darkness, and you will be gang stalked by different entities, whether that might be an angelic force coming near you when your hair stand up on your body, or whether it's a demonic force. You got to break it down and use discernment. Use your pineal gland the right way. I tell people all the time, bro. I be telling them.
What is a pineal gland?
My definition, you mean?
What is it? The actual
Shit, you
definition.
about
You
to.
said to use it. What is a pineal gland? People like to say open your third eye. I just told you that the third eye is not... It doesn't even belong. You don't even have the ability to open it. It's not anybody's. It's Pandora's box.
Yeah, because
So to
you're in the
you,
body.
what is it?
What is it? I
It's
mean,
not your body. Because remember,
I,
this is an
I
avatar.
know. I know that the pineal gland is I say it's open to an extent. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it's open to an extent. You're not gonna open it all the way up because I don't even think it's possible. But you're gonna open it as far as knowledge and as far as having spiritual downloads coming from, I'm gonna say, the godlike ancestors. That's what it is.
Right. And it's not for you to open. It's not
I
for
know, man.
anyone
God
to
damn.
open but the source of creation. I'm the only one that has access to open it. It's a level of consciousness that people may not be able to achieve because it has to do with your frequency, your vibrations. In order to achieve the opening of your quote unquote third eye, you must be in tune with the cosmos. It's not any physical thing. It doesn't even exist or belong to anyone but the source of creation.
You also have to be in tune with knowing what the bad things are as well, such as witchcraft, because witchcraft is such a huge thing in today's society. It's been going on forever, but I'm just saying, like, witchcraft is big, and you have to really be in tune with knowing about stuff like that, because if not, then you might mess around, have a spell. You might cast a spell on someone accidentally by and don't know what you're praying about. And I've actually been under spells before, and it's not pleasant, I'm telling you.
Yeah, the words that we use, spelling, every
Spelling,
word that you
working on your
speak, like when you
spelling.
said that you used to be the devil, do you think that the cosmos understood what you meant by that?
Of course they
I will
did.
show you truth. How
I
you
talk to them in
doing,
my dreams.
buddy? They got an ancestor that just came in here.
Good.
Yeah, it's getting
I'm
expensive.
listening.
This is an expensive conversation.
Good.
Yes.
As it should be, because I
So
want I
what's
wanted to talk to
happening?
you about this.
Yes, and what's happening, if you allow me to, I actually was going to go live. However, your Scorpio energy, Pluto, I understand how to use the cosmos because I am the original source of creation. Ta-da! That's why I'm so aware. I understand I'm the mother of wisdom. Peace, goddess and gods. How you doing? You want to come up in here and talk your shit? I know who
Yo,
you are. You come in here and speak your shit.
want me to
But
be honest with you?
mhm.
You're my type of woman.
Who?
You're my type of woman. I like women that are in tune with the stuff that we're in tune with, I'm gonna say, and I like women that know how to cast the positive spells and do the right thing, coming from the spiritual realm. So you're my type. I'm just keeping it honest with you.
I'm
I like
everybody's type.
I don't know what you look like, but I don't know.
I'm
You could be
completely
a.
beautiful, gorgeous, the original, the first, the original
I mean,
indigenous.
I'm pretty
God
tall. You know,
Almighty.
I'm dark skinned. So
I'm spoken for. I'm married. Asherah. I told you if God is Amen Ra, he has a wife. Asherah. I'm spoken for. You are in terms one of our many children that are not aware that you are one of our many children. However, maybe you are aware. I'm not sure.
I'm a
Asher.
child of God. I know that.
Yes, yes. The most high. And indeed, if you like Pharaoh,
I used
I
to.
said, all right, I got you. Um, and if you are aware, wisdom is not being smart, it's not being intellectual, it's not the gift of gab. It's a math problem. In order for one to be wise, you must not just have information that sounds good. You must have the correct information, the comprehension of that information, and be able to apply it. It is a math problem.
You can't
One
trust
plus
everyone that puts information out there because they might get it from a wrong source, or they might not know what they're talking about and just say it out there just to say it out there, just to put you in a bad situation than what you're already in.
That's the truth. And that's where you have the ability to find the truth. The truth is consistent. Cognitive dissonance is when you have a belief like 1 plus 1 being 2, and then you receive the truth, which is 1 plus 1 is actually equal to 3, and that kills that old belief. That's how I step. That's my weapon of choice, is that I'm consistent. And ain't nobody
Listen,
fucking with me.
you'll never see my face, but if me and you were ever were to meet, there's going to be so many spell castings I would like to do with you. I don't even know what to say.
I don't cast spells. I don't deal with spells. I am the
Anything you do that's
magic.
spiritual, put me on, because I'm a
I
wizard
literally
too. You know.
move the cosmos. I move everything. Literally, I
Okay.
set water on fire. Like I do some serious shit. Not a
Well, if you like
witch,
the
not a
strong, if you like
ghoul,
the
not a
strong game,
warlock, not an elf, not anybody is fucking with me because guess what? I'm back.
all
Anybody
right.
ever wondered where God went, that God had to come back? Perhaps she was trapped here on purpose by entities who thought that she would never arise and constantly trying to incarnate her over and over and over and over again to the
We have
point where you realize that you can't escape karma, law of the universe.
there's good karma and there's bad karma, unfortunately.
It's karma either way, and then backed up by karma is the law of giving and receiving. You will get that what you give, and what you get will be earned. Karma is good or bad. However, when someone says karma, we're not usually thinking about, whoo, I just did a really good thing. I can't wait to get karma. No, we're,
No,
we're focused on the law of giving and receiving. Everything is energy.
right.
Yeah, everything literally is energy. So what's happening is people, peepholes, people don't understand or understand that you have been living the same day on repeat. Today is Moon Day, Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
When you die, you're always gonna come back in a different form, whether that
Never
be
die.
in the vessel or a different animal or even an
Never,
insect or even
never
something
die.
of this world, whether it can even be a tree.
Never died.
You never die. I believe that. You're
You never
reincarnated in
died.
some type of way.
Yes, via the moon matrix. They use the planet Pluto, the planet of transformation and death, to use as a gun to the head of the eighth planet of the universe, Neptune, which is attached to dreams. And then they put the planet Uranus right there as the seventh planet, the planet of rebellion, the
Right.
planet of judgment. I'm an Aquarius rising, by the way. The age of Aquarius is symbolic to my consciousness, awareing to the highest level of capacity, so that we, when I say we, I mean many names, can come back and sit in the face of those who think that we're stupid. And when you think people are stupid, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. So,
I'm just thinking about that. Dang.
yes, it's expensive.
I'm envisioning everything that I'm saying and what you're saying as well. It's a masterpiece.
It is, isn't it? Because the truth is consistent.
And
You can tell
I'm
it.
for the truth. All right. I'm not for the lies. I'm not for to deceive everybody. I tell people all the time as far as YouTube, I told people I signed up and I did this so I can wake people up and so I can make people aware of things on the spiritual realm and this physical reality as well at the best I can. And I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of my life. Fortunately, Spawn Gang gonna be here for a long time. So you're gonna have to get used to this. You know what I'm saying? Spawn Gang gonna be here for the rest of my life, you know what I'm saying? And apparently, Spawn is Spawn. So yeah.
Yes, Spawn. That's an interesting name. Why did you choose that name? What is a spawn?
You see that logo I got right here?
Looks a little demonic.
That's Spawn.
Spawn from the movie Spawn.
Yeah, not Michael John White, not him. No, I'm talking about the comic books because I'm kind of born into video gaming, in this physical reality, and I'm also born into reading comics because I'm just like that. And I've learned Spawn for a little while. I didn't learn Spawn until like my late teenage years, around 17, something like that. So yeah, that's when I learned him way back in the day. But it's pretty cool. Now, if you actually watch the animated series a little bit, you actually understand the purpose of this Spawn character, Al Simmons. And I remember even Wanda
Mm,
Simmons. And then you have Violator. I know the entire thing. And that's Image Comics. That's not Marvel or DC. That's Image Comics.
right. That makes perfect sense. Well, it has been my gracious pleasure to speak to you. However, I am about to do a live because I have a bunch of enemies that are here. They keep coming into your live trying to communicate with me. And if you want to see some interesting shit, you take some time on here and you speak to your viewers, and then you come over to my live and you see that it's very expensive. You have been in the presence of your maker. It's funny because I'm
Right?
aware of something that you're not aware of. So that's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing
And
at you.
that's
I'm
that's
laughing
fine.
because you are truly a beautiful specimen. And it's been a pleasure sitting here talking to you. And it's crazy. At the moment that you text me to go live, I was getting ready to go live. So let me keep
Good.
my word to those who are waiting on me. I'm about to play a game called Gun to the Head. Have you ever seen me play that game?
Nah, it sounds a little creepy, but if you're
It
going live,
is.
I'm not going to join you on the live. But when I get off here and go live, and you go live, I'm gonna, look in the comments,
Watch.
watch it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just
watch it.
watch
You know
because
what I
it's
mean?
going
You're
to
my
be
type of chick. You're
expensive.
my type of girl, and you're my type
I
of queen.
love it. I
You're
love
my type
it.
of queen. You know what I'm saying? I
I
like that.
appreciate you. I like you too, and it's wonderful. And thank you for having me here. And I will speak to you soon. You have my phone number. You can you can communicate
Return.
with me whenever you want to because I am indeed something else, and I have receipts.
But good. You
All
interest
right.
me very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you so much. I love everybody that's here. Thank you for you letting me use your platform. It has been my pleasure. And we will speak soon. Love, peace, appreciation, and value.
Have a wonderful time, and I will see you when you go live. Pretty much.
Indeed.
See you in a few.